Hi, this is Kimberly. Please enjoy our podcast, but remember our doctors are only here to educate, not diagnose. If you have any questions or need any further information, please email me. My email address is kim@mfwellness.org.
All right, we're back, everyone. I hope everybody enjoyed the Bear podcast. We had a really good time. Kimberly is just doing a wonderful job of getting guests on that are central to our mission of educating our patients. So the pillars of our facility, one of them is excellent chiropractic care, one of them is education, but the podcast in particular allows us to bring guests that really align with our patients' values. Specifically, those values going outside and having fun, like go outside and run around. And so the people we try to bring on support that. So we got a bunch of real cool people coming up. And so the podcast's just getting better and better. Good job, Kim.
Thanks.
Kim goes and she hides in the woods and waits for the people to come by, and then she makes them be on our podcast. The thing we want to talk about today, was it last season? We reported on these ridiculous articles that were coming out and were being reported on in the news about how kids were supposedly growing horns.
I think it was the first season.
All the way back on the first season?
So.
Good. Now we were like 5 years old then.
Children of the Horn.
Yeah, Children of the Horn. That's great. And so we had a few things to say about it. And now that there's been a couple more years worth of research regarding it and some papers and a lot more x-rays, anecdotally, I can tell you that in the x-rays that we see of young people, and by young people I'm going to say the persons that we treat here, usually between 16 and 24, let's say, because we rarely have to x-ray younger than that, so we wouldn't see the films. We are seeing an increase in the external occipital protuberance on the back of the skull. And if you'll remember back to the Children of the Horn episode, we talk about how the back of the skull's got that bump, and that bump is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's growing out in what we call an enthesis. It looks like a horn. And we, at this facility, have, in fact, seen an increase in the number that we're seeing on x-ray. And you can feel them. You can palpate them on young people's skulls. So there is some research being done. Scientific Journal, for one, doing a study, and they look at age. You would expect older people to have more developed entheses or horns or protuberances. And it turns out that's the opposite. It flies in the face of what would normally be going on. So it's kind of interesting because it leads us to, are we at the dawn of some, back of the skull horned population that's developing due to errors in mechanical loading and forward head posture? And so the way it works is that leaning forward all the time causes the muscles that pull your head back to be overstretched chronically. That chronic overstretching leads to what's called dystrophic calcification. So it's basically you turning your muscles that are hooking onto your skull into scar tissue. That scar tissue calcifies. And if you ever injured your legs, you just reach down and feel your legs. Unless you're driving, you could feel the bumps on them where the bone feels kind of weird. And that's a good example of some forms of dystrophic calcification. So our point is this. Yeah, we don't want to say we are, but we are. We're seeing an increase in the number of people with big old bumps on the back of their head. And what we want to do is talk about the main reason is cell phones. There's no question that the ergonomics of cell phone usage are a disaster for humans. We are not designed to wield the cell phones in their current form. So I tell them, people are like, what about when we get that, we get the technology inserted into our bodies? I'm all for it. Shove it into my arm. That way I don't have to look down. Because looking down is causing way more problems for people than having it into your arm ever will. Plus, then we can get like cybernetic body parts. So
wouldn't you still look down if it was in your arm?
No, there'd be a wire going to your eye.
Okay.
Yeah, Kim.
No, the neural,
Kim, are you new here?
The neural connection, you wouldn't have to do that.
Optic nerve.
Yeah. Plus, you'd hold your arm up high somehow.
Like a watch.
Yeah, but like better. So anyway, what I want to talk about today is the way that we can help our kids reduce that, other by flat out taking their cell phones away, which would cause some type of riot. It'd be like trying to take Kim's cell phone away.
Oh man, I can't even imagine that.
She's mad right now.
One time I hit it and
She's still mad. Yeah.
I didn't see her for a while.
What's great is that the audience, if you can imagine, today all the doctors are wearing our polos, but in different shades of blue. And Dr. Matt is like navy. Dr. Maurer is like a royal blue.
Royal.
And I'm like this sky blue, yeah. And Kim is wearing black because Kim didn't get the memo.
Well, Wednesdays are our days to wear a black shirt.
It is. I didn't know that.
That's as close as you
Wednesdays.
get.
Wednesdays. I cannot find any of my.
I think your
polos.
black shirt polos are in my car. I think you like we did something after work and you changed and your stuff is in my car.
I have so many. Or I'm.
I have a lot of black polos at my home.
Yeah.
I think I got your stuff, bro.
In my closet, there's a different array. I mean, I have 5 or 6 blue
Right.
polos. I got light blue. I got red. I got green.
I think those nights we were working on the office when we stayed to work in the office.
The black under long sleeve are the only ones that I have in my thing. I'm like, oh, here's one. I was like, oh no, it's a long sleeve. Anyway,
I feel like I've been neglecting the gray. I haven't been wearing the gray. I don't know
Commander
why.
Gray's on Thursday.
Yeah.
It's tough, bro. I wear gray, but it makes your hair look more gray.
We've talked about this. Blue Mondays. Tuesday is wear something that's
That's
made
a problem.
by the
we
office.
were closed on Monday, so that's why it's all raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody knows
And
what's
then
going on.
Wednesday is black polo Wednesday, and then Thursday is gray polo.
That's
You're
insane.
acting like this is the first time I've ever said anything like this, Kim.
Kim has no idea what you're talking about.
Do you even listen to me?
So anyway, what I was
How
going
come I
to
have to
do,
listen to you when you talk
You
to me,
don't listen.
but you.
I was going to outline that it is a thing, and then Dr. Matt and Dr. Brad are going to talk about ways to reduce the forward head posture. Specifically, we're going to talk about gaming. You know, a lot of kids play video games, a lot of adults play video games, and we're going to talk about the better ways to do that. So, Dr. Maurer, what are you going to do?
I'm going to talk about stretching. I think after
Nice,
Dr.
bro.
Matt goes over his
Yeah.
information.
So, what we want to do is give you a bunch of information, and we'll have it on the website, and then you can Control-C, then Control-P, and put that right next to the kid's monitor. Make sure they're stretching out. Just put it somewhere where they can see it, or bring them in and we'll force them to do it.
So the first thing we'd like to talk about is
Yeah.
forward head posture and what happens. As you game for long periods of time, your shoulders start rolling forward, your neck starts going forward, almost like you're into a Tyrannosaurus Rex pose.
Yeah, you try to become the video game.
Yeah.
You try
Well,
to,
the only thing that you don't have short arms. Or maybe you do.
try to defeat the Pikachus, Kim.
Over a period of time, makes muscles, especially the traps, super tight.
Mm-hmm.
It causes your spine to want to stay that way. So your body is meant to mimic the job that you do every single day. So if you're sitting in school all day long and you're sitting at a desk, you will have forward head posture.
Right? And a lot of these kids that are showing up now, they've been in school 2 weeks and they're really feeling it. Like
Yeah.
we're seeing a lot of our adolescent population. Headaches, shoulder pain, numb hands, irritable, their eyesight's really sensitive, to LED, stuff like that. They're showing up here, and it's absolutely what that is.
And so we want to encourage
Kim.
people, and we'll go over this after we kind of talk about forward head posture.
We'll yell about it now.
But it's the stretches and things that you do during classes without interrupting class.
Yeah, it's hard to stretch like during class.
Gaming in general is specific to having good ergonomics. So if you're sitting at the desk, or if you're sitting playing on PC or Xbox or PS4 or 5 or Xbox Series or whatever you're playing on,
Any of them.
or Switch,
Just like 100.
Nintendo 64? Is that
Yeah,
still,
bro.
Game Boy?
Sega Genesis. Game Boy's even worse because you look down even further, bro.
taking time to
We did a podcast
roll
about it.
your shoulders back every 28 to 30 minutes, sitting up nice and tall, taking that 2 to 3 minute break, and walking around in between gaming sessions, in between matches, in between everything else.
Yeah.
So you have to take breaks. One of the things that I wanted to focus on was the amount of YouTube and streamers or Twitch streamers or whatever. They will sit in front of their streaming device and they will stream their broadcast 3 to 4 hours at a time.
Yeah, you can go back and look at people that have been streaming for 5 or 6 years. Look at their early streams and look at them now.
They get closer and closer
Dude,
to
it's incredible.
Yeah.
Their head is so far forward, and their carotids have got to be screaming at them. Like, move your head back. We're in pain.
Now, as a viewer, you have the ability to pause it and come back later.
Right, or send them a message. Bro,
Right.
you're FHP.
And then
You
it's
guys
like,
should
why
do
you?
that.
I am. I'm going to start.
Why are you cussing at me? And
Yeah,
then you
they're
get
going to
kicked from
call
the
us
channel?
the FHP
You know?
shamers. We're going to be FHP shamers.
FHP police, maybe.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, okay. Sure.
FHPP. Anyway,
Kim, you're part of the gang.
I don't know if I'm part of this
Could be a
yet.
new part of your job. Yeah.
God, Kim, you just don't even
So
know.
I have noticed over the period of time that I've been watching YouTube and paying attention to these streamers that no one takes a break.
No.
And I think because what people do is they watch them go for 3 to 4 hours
That's
at a
right.
time. They'll mimic what they're doing. And we've heard plenty of kids say, "Hey, I want to grow up to be a YouTube streamer
Right.
or a YouTuber," which is fine. But you're taking on those bad habits of the person that you're trying to mimic.
You're taking them on early. You know, like those people are trying to deliver content because you pay them money.
Yeah. Being able to realize that you need to take breaks and to stretch out in between gaming matches or gaming sessions, super important. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is we have something that we do called MDCW, and that's just called, it's Man Weekend. A couple of my brothers and a couple of my friends.
Not me. His other brothers.
Now, Dr. Josh is also going to say that he also gets invited.
I get invited, but I don't go. Yeah.
What does MDCW stand
Thanks for asking, Kim.
It stands for
It's where our youngest brother comes over and lights Matt's house on fire.
It's called Mountain Dew Coma Weekend. Now,
Ew.
yes.
It's pretty gross.
Now we don't do the dew anymore, or not.
It's a
nearly as
holdover,
much.
Kim.
It is a very soulful weekend.
They go to church.
That's right. So usually it starts around Black Friday. So girls go out of town and boys all get together and we play video games all weekend. During that time,
Not
we
me.
make right. But again,
Too
Dr.
cool.
Josh is invited. We take time to play video games and hang out with each other. But during that time, we make sure that we stretch out, we get up, we walk around, we don't sit for very long, 28 to 30 minutes, and we drink plenty of water.
They yell at each other. Get up and move.
The reason why that's important is because even though we're having fun and semi-destroying our bodies, we're making sure that we take care of ourselves. And I make sure that everyone gets up and does their stretches.
It's a paradox, Kim.
So even though we're
So
talking
you are
about...
the FHPP.
I
at the
truly am. I truly am.
MDCM.
He wears
I-
a sash with that
Yeah.
on.
He wears a sash.
And a beret, you know? And
a
a beret.
raspberry beret.
What?
Super important that you kind of take this advice to heart and make sure that you're stretching out on a hourly basis, half hour
You
basis.
just got to stop programming your brain to bring your head forward and down. The way you do that's with it's really, it couldn't be easier. That's what the crime is. Like, I could see if it was a 3-minute stretch. You have to do this one, then this one, then this one in order, which there are those.
Yeah.
But this is like, just get up
Yeah.
and go look at something far away, or just get up. And people still can't do that. We're gonna have to be psychopaths
The other
about
thing
this.
that I'm secretly going to talk about,
Oh my
but
God,
I
he's
guess
doing it
it's
right
not
now. It's a
secret.
Yeah,
secret.
it's not a secret.
When we talk about screen time and UV radiation in general, looking for a long period of time at
Let's
a
talk about
screen
UVB.
has a big effect on your eyesight over a period of time. So we want to make sure that the phone, the iPad, whatever, is far away. And if you take breaks in between that time, it decreases the amount of radiation stuff that goes to your eyes.
Do you get the same radiation from monitors?
Monitors are LCD.
Yeah.
The new phone screens are a little different, I think.
Yeah. It's not the same because it's further away. So the impact of it's less, but it does extend to a certain feet. Okay. Dr. Brad, you want to talk about some stuff?
Yeah, and really the recommendations are a lot like what we do in terms of recommendations for offices. You know, we've gone over the years. We've gone to a lot of different offices.
Yeah.
And
I forgot about that.
basically,
Yeah.
yeah,
We used to
er-
walk around and tell them how to fix their
yeah,
stuff. It's
ergonomic
pretty great.
recommendations. So it's the same thing when you're gaming. In that setting up your gaming station, whether that's on a PC
Nice,
or
bro. Nice.
a console.
I like it.
To where that you have proper support where it's needed. It's kind of like these long trips. We have patients who go on long trips too. You know, just like Dr. Matt mentioned, you got to take your breaks. So if you don't have Dr. Matt at your house
It's pretty great. when it
telling you
comes
need to
over.
break,
Yeah.
you need to set a timer.
You do.
Set a timer.
That's it.
Dr. Matt,
man.
what did you say? How often would you say?
Every 28 to 30 minutes, taking a break.
And I know sometimes that's tough. You're in the middle of middle of the game, but try to get as close to that as possible.
Yeah.
So set those timers. So, and what I'd like you to do, like they said, get up, move around, general motion, but we want some specific stretches as well. Mm-hmm. And I can't show you through the podcast, but we want stretches for your wrists. We want the extensors. flexors.
That's right.
Even the thumb, especially, that gets a lot of work. All of our fingers. There's different ways we can stretch those out as well. And then we've been talking a lot about the neck.
Kim will post some on the website.
Yeah,
for
we'll have
people to
pictures. We'll have pictures. For the forward head posture, you just need, first of all, to be cognizant of how far forward your head's getting while you're playing.
That's it, man.
And every once in a while, just make sure you're bringing that head
Bring
back.
that head back.
But as
You
far
know,
as
people had a side camera. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we do here. We take your postural assessment of people from the side.
so projecting your head back, maybe even rolling your head back, because when your head's that far forward all the time, these muscles in the front of your
That's
neck
it.
get way too tight.
Way
So
too
we need
tight.
to stretch those
They're under
backward.
contraction.
We need to work on the traps. We need to work on the levator scaps. It
This should hurt the whole time you're doing it.
really will.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
You're gonna do it hard.
I don't think anybody's mentioned this, and this is something Dr. Matt, I think, usually brings up. Did you mention drinking water?
No.
Because if you're drinking a lot of water while you're playing,
Gotta pee.
unless you wear a diaper like they do at Man Weekend, you got to get up,
That's true.
take a break, walk to the
For
bathroom,
the team.
do a squat, maybe. One squat exercise.
Right?
What?
I think we need to talk about how you use the bathroom, bro.
Dr. Brad is all lit.
He's out of control. All right.
great.
All right. I mean, we live in the woods. My kids just go pee outside. My kids are just as likely to go outside as they are to go into the bathroom. They just like, oh, Dad, I gotta pee. I'm like, all right, man, I don't know why you're telling me. And they hear the door open and close, but it's the front door, not the bathroom door. I'm like, where did he go? And he's out of that.
UPS guys dropping off stuff and thinking,
Oh yeah, dude. He'll be out. I'll pull it. James and I, get him, bring him from school, pulling down around the corner through the woods, and then there's the boys. There's somebody always peeing right there, just coming right around the corner of the house. And I'm like, come on, man, go. But those kids don't get ticks on them. I don't get it. I guess they killed the ticks with their urine, maybe. I don't know.
you're in luck.
Nice, bro. Nice. Nice. All right. So the most important thing is just taking breaks. It's so easy. Like, it's so easy. Just stop. Just get up. Get up. And so most of us listening to this are parents. It is super important because our kids won't do it. We have to make them. Just get some timers. Set your iPhones and your Alexas and your blah, blah, blahs. And just set timers. Make them get
It's
up.
just like other activities we're talking about too, like doing a warm up before you play.
Absolutely.
Especially with the wrists and hands.
Right.
Doing active stretching.
Yeah, or be like, we'll come in and we'll talk to you about home traction. Show you how to roll up a towel. Teach your kids how to do that. Be like, hey, play the iPad? Yeah, go traction yourself. Your video games on the TV, move that TV away. Get it up on the wall, man.
right.
Play from across the room. Or you can do like our older brother Jason, who gets infinitely closer to the TV the more you beat him at the game. So there's two things you don't do. Jason, he gets closer to the game than you, and if you're
can't
loud,
be closer than he
yeah.
is to the TV.
If you're playing Mortal Kombat and you beat him, if you're closer to him when his character's body hits the ground, then your body hits the ground. Because that's how you defeated him, by being closer to the TV. Then he kicks your ass.
ABACABB.
Fatality.
Kim, you play any video games?
I mean, I have.
Name one.
Zelda?
She likes
Oh,
Zelda.
okay,
I was
that's
gonna
the
say-
best
I was
game.
gonna say Zelda.
Wait.
That's the best game. Good job,
Wait,
Kim.
Zelda.
Ocarina of Time?
Ocarina of Time.
Oh, Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
No, you're wrong.
That's a wonderful one. That's one of the best. Now, in that game, Link is left-handed. Did you notice that? In some Zelda games, Link is left-handed, and some he's right-handed. And then
That's why
the
it's so
left-handed games are the best ones, obviously. Yeah, right. Exactly. The boys and I love playing that. It's fun playing with them. We went back through and played the older ones so they could, all the way back. We played Ocarina, we played Skyward Sword, played Wind Waker, which is
Ooh, Wind Waker was fun.
one of the greatest, hands down, one of the greatest.
Even better with the remastered.
It is.
It's really cool.
Absolutely is. Skyward Sword just got remastered, and it's pretty good. Boy, if you grew up in the 80s, you really did live in the golden era of, the absolute golden era of video gaming. Kim, you weren't even alive. I mean, I don't know.
I was alive for a year.
Oh, Kim, just stop. You're making our audience mad. So,
For
get
other-
your
for other
kids,
reasons.
get your kids, get your husbands, get your wives. Holy cow. Get them off the computer for extended stretches of time. Have them get up, walk around outside, talk to us. We'll post some stuff on the website. There's other stuff that you can do. There's any other way that we can help you. This is a really big deal. We laugh and joke, but it's something I want you guys to really pay attention to. It's vital that your kids don't grow up with their heads 2 feet in front of their bodies. Even 1 millimeter of distance that your ear is in front of your shoulders has significant physiological effects on your body. And that's not, the chiropractor saying it, that is physics. So if you want to talk about it, and we'll get real crazy, we can, but we're going to not do that. We're just going to gently remind you.
What was the statistic from a couple of years ago that said
it was good, but I don't remember.
The new cause of morbidity and stuff is not smoking. Now it's the
sitting's the new smoking.
Sitting's the new smoking.
Yeah.
So like the amount of stuff that comes from sitting for long periods of time, the not getting up.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Do what we say, and then let us know what problems you're having so that we can help you identify those problems and then kick them out of the house.
Yeah.
Cool?
Yeah, if need be, take a picture. Have someone take a picture.
Oh,
of you
nice,
gaming,
bro.
Bring it in, and we'll
Take a picture of your kid losing at his game so we can, one, tell him how to do the game better, because, oh my gosh, and then two, critique his posture.
We'll
So
draw
like,
some lines.
first of all, you don't have enough health potions.
Yeah.
And then number two, your armor is, you've hit.
Trash.
It's trash. Okay, so for Kimberly, for Dr. Matt, for Dr. Brad, I am Dr. Josh. We will talk to you in 2 weeks. Bye.
And a big thank you goes out to Hug Monster Sound for somehow allowing the doctors' voices to sound even better than they already do.